Welcome to IELTS Mock Test Exam by IELTS Cambodia Tutorial. Presentation practice for Part 2 of the IELTS Speaking Test.
Describing stories and ideas. 1. Describing stories. Sample study. I recently heard of a poor widow in Gansu province who didn't have enough money for her son to continue going to school. I read this in a Chinese newspaper not too long ago. The son was a very good student, always first or second in his class, and very well liked by his classmates and teachers. When he told his teachers that he was going to quit school so that he could find a job, they were really surprised. His teachers found out that his mother could not afford to pay for her son's school fees, so they started to talk among themselves to see what they could do. Some of the teachers wanted to donate some money, while others wanted to raise money. After all their efforts, they had over 10,000 yuan, which was enough for the boy to continue his studies at middle school and high school, plus attend university for the first 2 years. I was really touched by this story because it's nice to hear about people helping each other. That doesn't always happen in big cities, where everyone is so busy with their own lives. The people in the countryside can really give us a good lesson about how to live and take care of each other.
2. Describing ideas. Sample study. My dream home is a large apartment located in downtown Beijing. It has at least 3 bedrooms and is at least 100 square meters large. There's also a fairly large kitchen, an open area for the dining room and the living room, and a bathroom with a bathtub. My ideal home is bright and sunny. It has wooden floors and wooden doors. Not the dark kind of wood, but a fairly light color of wood. The bedrooms all have windows facing south or east, and the living and dining rooms also have large windows which let in a lot of sunlight throughout the day. The kitchen has a stove and oven, enough room for a refrigerator and a sink. The bathroom is tiled and has a large bathtub, a toilet, and a sink with counters all around. There is also enough room in the bathroom for the washing machine. I want my ideal home to be in the downtown area of Beijing so that I can be just steps away from restaurants and shops. Maybe there will be several tall apartment buildings in my area. There will also be some parks and play areas for children. Most of my neighbors will be young professionals and maybe some young families. This kind of home is perfect for me because I love to be where the action is. I can't imagine not living in the downtown area because I love to be walking on the streets, shopping, trying out new restaurants, and seeing some shows. I also want to live close to my work so that I don't have to travel very far each day. So my home will be like my small island of peace amidst the hustling and bustling of downtown Beijing. Whenever I want some excitement, I'll just step outside. And when I want some quiet time, I'll just go back to my home.
Describing shopping experiences and movies. 1. Describing shopping experiences. Sample study.
Last December, I traveled to Thailand for a holiday. In Bangkok, there is a very popular market that's only open on the weekends. It's called the Chatuchak Market, and it has about 7,000 vendors. I went to the market early on Saturday morning. It was very hot, but not too crowded. There were so many different things for sale, not just things for tourists, but also all kinds of clothes, shoes, bags, jewelry, household goods, books, food and drinks. Everything was very cheap, and the quality was also good. The vendors were also very kind and helpful. I bought a couple of shirts, some English books, and a leather wallet. After a while, I was very hot and thirsty, so I also bought some water and ice cream. Shopping in the Chatuchak market was memorable because it was such a huge market and you could buy almost anything there. It was impossible to see the entire place, so I just walked around and looked at things that interested me. In fact, at one point, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to find the way out. At about 1:30 p.m., the market was getting very crowded, and I was getting hot and tired, so I decided to leave. If you're ever in Bangkok on the weekend, I would suggest that you visit the market. 2. Describing a movie. Sample study.
Last week, I saw a DVD called Ratatouille. It's actually a children's movie made by Disney, but it's also very entertaining for adults. I watched Ratatouille at my friend's home when we had a party to celebrate his birthday. The story is basically about a friendship between a rat named Remy and a young man named Linguini. The rat loves to cook and dreams of becoming a real cook one day. He reads a cookbook written by a famous chef, Chef Gusteau. Remy's father doesn't support his dreams and wants him to be a normal rat. The young man, Linguini, has trouble keeping a job and finding his way in life. One day, he is hired to work in a famous restaurant, but actually, he can't cook at all. So, Remy and Linguini form a partnership, which they hide from everyone else. Remy guides Linguini by hiding under his hat and pulling his hair to make Linguini's hands move. In this way, they make many delicious dishes together. I liked Ratatouille because it has very good computer animation, and there are also some good lessons. They are about following your dreams, even if others don't support you, facing the consequences of not being honest, and the importance of being a loyal friend. There were also many funny moments in the movie. Ratatouille is a good movie for both children and adults. I would recommend it to everyone.